Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. I have an update to share about one of Trump's capital terrorists. It's time for an episode of Where Are They Now?
Matthew Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Devlyn Thompson is a 20-year-old man from Washington State, and he was one of the first to plead guilty to assault. Thompson was seen on video inside the Lower West Terrace Tunnel. That's, of course, where so much of the egregious acts of violence occurred. He helped to pass stolen riot shields into and out of the tunnel as they were being used against officers and as they were being used to block, of course, riot control chemicals from reaching the domestic terrorists. Thompson was also caught on camera striking an officer with a metal baton. He was trying to knock the pepper spray or the chemical, whatever it was, out of the officer's hand. He also himself sprayed the officers with pepper spray as well as bear spray. That's something he admitted to. He threw various items at them, including a flagpole. He threw an audio speaker at the officers. That ended up hitting another one of the January 6th domestic terrorists. It drew blood, in the wrong place at the wrong time. And Thompson was also seen on video. He was wrestling riot shields away from officers so that they couldn't use them to protect themselves. And then he was seen and heard on video threatening an officer. He yelled, quote, "You want to fight? Let's fight one-on-one." He also yelled obscenities at the officers in the tunnel. He was calling them traitors. And then he took part in the efforts to try to push past the officers. You guys have all seen these videos. I mean, it was just brutal in that tunnel where everybody was pressing on those officers and crushing them. Prosecutors also say that Thompson was continuously encouraging others to try to help in that attack. He was yelling things like, quote, "We need more fresh bodies. We need more patriots." So Thompson was charged and he was arrested in July. Unlike other January 6th defendants, though, he didn't try to lie. He didn't try to say that he did nothing wrong. In fact, Thompson reached out through an attorney to the police. As soon as he saw that his photo was circulating and that he was wanted, he reached out to the FBI. He accepted responsibility almost immediately. He sat for 3 proffer sessions with the FBI. He told them everything he knew. And then in early August, he pleaded guilty to 1 count of assaulting officers with a dangerous or deadly weapon. That crime comes with a punishment of up to 20 years in prison. Now, of course, we all know, we've come to accept that the sentencing guidelines are much lower than the maximum allowed prison term. Plus, Thompson's case was being overseen by Judge Royce Lamberth. Now, that's the judge who sentenced Scott Fairlamb. Scott Fairlamb also assaulted an officer. He assaulted 1 officer, though, not multiple. And he was ordered to serve 41 months in prison. So I assumed that Thompson would receive basically the same sentence, but that wasn't the case. Thompson's attorney pleaded for leniency. She actually told the court that he has Asperger's syndrome, that, if you're not familiar with it, is a high functioning type of autism. His defense attorney, Elizabeth Kelly is her name, also said that he functions as a young child. She said that he has the coping skills of a 4-year-old. At the sentencing hearing, Lamberth pointed out that prior to his arrest, Thompson had a pretty good job. He had a job at a rental property management company, and he was making $90,000 a year. So, is he really functioning like a 4-year-old? I don't know many 4-year-olds that make $90,000 a year. But anyway, Lamberth also stated that, although Thompson deserves credit for his cooperation, how immediately he stepped up, he still couldn't justify a 1-year sentence, which was what Thompson's attorney was trying to get. That's what she was arguing for. The judge admitted, though, that he was struggling with the decision. Judge Lamberth said, quote, "Your case is a difficult one for me." And he noted that Thompson did give a sincere apology. He cooperated fully with the investigation. There were many friends and family members who sent in letters. They vouched for his character. Thompson also sent letters of apology to the officers who he attacked. In one of the letters, he referred to his actions as inexcusable. And he wrote, quote, "You deserve to be treated with respect, and I didn't show you any with my actions that day." So the prosecutor was asking for 4 years in prison. In the end, and due to the violent nature of Thompson's crimes, he was sentenced to 3 years and 10 months in prison. So just under what they were requesting. The judge also gave him 3 years of probation. So this is one of those rare cases that prosecutors actually, in my opinion, asked for a reasonable sentence, given everything we've seen, given all of the other cases of assault that we've seen, and they were given almost exactly what they were asking for. So I think in this case, if he does in fact have Asperger's, that could have played a part. You know, people with autism in general are just kind of isolated. They kind of get fixated on certain things. And so anyway, guys, as I hear more, I will let you know. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.